Alright, welcome back. We are heading into the year, and I forgot to set rotation, so we need to make sure that they're not growing the same thing. So we will set the peas and beans for this year, and then leek, and then this guy. No idea if this is the most efficient rotation at all. I haven't looked up very much on this game in terms of crop rotation. Really anything. I've just played it on my own and kind of learned a little bit what's worked, but I wouldn't call this a how-to guide on most stuff, especially farming. You can probably look up a straight-up guide. I don't know how much they change yields, honestly. Seems like a bit silly to try and like balance the game in early access, because this isn't like a PvP game where people just get infuriated by something that's sort of overpowered. Everyone will eventually find the food source that is the best and just do that anyway so they can focus on other stuff. But anyway, yeah, focus now is on getting enough gold to buy gardens and upgrade homes. And this was, I think in the first video I mentioned that it's just kind of a little annoying how bottleneck you'd get on desirability, especially because the main way to get it, other than a few buildings like a school, which gives a lot, and that's really the main one, schools and markets. It's really just markets, or sorry, gardens and markets. Those are the two things. You can upgrade to a cobblestone, which you can't actually now until tier 3. You used to be able to do this, I think, like literally tier 1. But in other games, like if you are old enough or you've just played old city builder games, like the Impression games, you know, Caesar, Pharaoh, you could build plazas on roads, and that would increase desirability in a big way. And I really wish this game would add that, because it's a way more efficient use of your space. And building big, sprawling cities is a bit tough in this game, honestly. But in any event, we've got a merchant. Let's see if they brought any clay. They did, and they want a shit ton of money for it. A raw resource for 5. As you can see, the double green arrow, but I think it should be like 2 or 1, honestly. But we won't be buying any. I don't really care to have any. I mean, a school. That being said, a school would be nice. Would definitely lower the amount of gold, although you need gold for a school anyway. So 150 versus, actually it is very much worth it, so. Alright, yeah, it's just like, I can get like 10 clay. How much is it? I think it's actually only 30, so we might as well start buying some. Yeah, I mean, let's transfer all the gold. Anything that we can sell, we'll sell some planks, honestly. Sell pretty much all of them. Making planks is fast. We're not really building anything right now. Actually, just do all of it. No. No, we don't want 115. We want exactly 100, and of course the slider. Oh, come on. Oh, come on. No, come on. Are you serious? Okay, fine. We'll go for 99. Yeah, that might work. Yeah, like sand only sells for 22. I don't know if he's even buying iron. Wow, he's selling. This is usually good. Once you get a mill up and running, anytime I would see grain this cheap, I would just buy it. Because once you get money, these guys are good in heat, right? Yeah, okay. The leaks might not be. Don't remember. Oh, they're fine. Okay, so we should be good. Anytime you see cheap grain, because grain gets stored in these guys. Where are they? Oh, I'm in food production, that's why. In granaries, you build a rat catcher, and then the grain lasts a really, really long time. And grain is used for a number of things, but you do need a mill for the flour, and then you need like a brewery, which I think is a tier 3. This is the Iron Lady. So, yeah, just... I guess we could actually... Gold is the one thing, and we will have unlimited. So, if there is a gold deposit... Because I'm guessing you can only build... Yeah, you can only... You need, like, a specific deep mine, but... You literally just can't get access to this. I don't know. Let's see what that does, because it doesn't seem like we can even get any of that resource. I have no idea if that's gonna do anything. But we don't really have anything for our laborers to do anyway, so... That's interesting. They probably were, and I just didn't really notice or remember, but the carts are different. I don't know if that's new or not. Oh, hey, Fear. Sorry, I didn't actually see your chat. Oops. My bad, dude. There are gardens and stuff in the game. Yeah, I assume you're talking about this stuff, but yeah. They just cost a good amount of money. You know, it's like... Takes up space. For me, it's really the space. Once you get money rolling in, it's not too big a deal. Previous playthroughs, I had like tens of thousands, 50,000, 100,000 gold at some point. Like you almost like have to build multiple. Actually, can you even build multiple? I can't remember, but you build a. Villagers died. That's a bummer. You build these vaults, but one thing I think would be cool, which I always want to see in these games. I love for one seeing resources that you make. All right, well, what is this? A wolf? So is there a pen somewhere? Or a den, not a pen. I don't know. They're gonna need to kite the wolf back to the village, and presumably people will step in and kill him. Nice. There's a bit of a disease going on here, but what can you do? Oh, and I didn't actually build the fence, but it looks like it's fine actually because there's no deer nearby, and what few deer there are being hunted to extinction, basically. So it's actually kind of cool. You don't need to waste time on the fence, which is nice. Let's see. I am genuinely curious if this will flatten it. It's just ugly as hell, number one. And number two, I might maybe do it again. Maybe you just have to like keep doing it. Let me pause real quick. I mean, it's still too steep, so... Like in other games, it'll tell you, like, if you start over here, it'll flatten it to this level. If you start over here and drag to here, it'll flatten relative to this. So, I don't really know. I'm just gonna try it again and see if it does something, but... I mean, mining some gold ore would be good in getting gold. It's certainly not as sufficient as smelting it yourself, but... God, I can only imagine, like, how much money you could make just having, like... Well, I don't really know how much the mines produce, but even the level 2 mines, like the original mines, if you have them fully staffed with workers, definitely can pump out some ore, so... Would be interesting to see... Like, it'd be cool to just have like 3 or 4 smelters just exclusively to gold, just pumping out gold bars. It does look like it is actually doing it slowly. This probably still isn't flat enough that... Oh, it is. Awesome. So yeah, this will be good for... Requires a lot of planks, I didn't realize. This will be good for trading, I think, as well. Hopefully the next time they come around, they're not trying to lowball me on it, but it is what it is. They are missing tallow. Well, I'm gonna go ahead and reduce the number of people. Oh, another thing to point out is you're gonna use a lot more arrows than bows. Interesting. I wonder if that just updated. Or if he happened to just deliver him at that point. Okay. Well, our food is solid. The new field definitely did its job. It's all going to spoil within the next year, but by then we should be harvesting. I guess one of these fields will be active next year. So we're probably good to expand a little bit, but well, actually, yeah, I will actually build a couple houses, but I do need to like focus on. I do need to focus on gardens, or like making sure I have space for them. Oh wait, I didn't even know this can be placed under dirt road. Can all of these? No. This adds 3%. This adds nothing. This looks like it's just a... Does this... Oh, so this is just like makes it look nice, but it doesn't appear to actually affect desirability. So that's kind of a bummer. But, yeah, I need to get better at looking at chat. Definitely miss people sometimes. Partially because I'm just not used to it, but also because my mic arm, right here, is slightly in the way. I used to have it positioned a little bit further up, but people were saying they couldn't hear as well. So, anyway, have them get a few more trees, and hopefully this will be done. We can't really build a road to something this deep. I'm kind of curious, like, do they just, I guess they just like walk down. A lot of sand. Was there, I think it was the coal was unlimited down here, right? Yeah. So the unlimited sand would be nice to find one of those. There's plenty around, but you will, as much as this, I mean, these are obviously massive relative to, you know, well, that is probably the most ore I've ever seen on a non-deep. It's like 10,000. Yeah, even though it seems like a lot of sand, well, that certainly doesn't. This stuff runs out pretty quick. So, can't really look in that area. Oh, nice. We do have clay. I didn't notice. Hell yeah. So it is pretty far away. You can use the temporary shelter building. I'm sort of dubious as to how well it works, so I never did. I would literally just expand out. Which is possible. Like, I could... I'm not a big fan of ever doing this, and normally don't. Normally I tend to have, like, all residential in one area and all industrial in another. But I could sandwich industrial or residential in between two industrial. I don't like it because of desirability. Or in games like City Skylines, it's a bigger deal because pollution tends to, like, flow in the air. But in this case, with clay being so far away, eventually we expand further out. And get some houses over there or something. And they'll be close enough to a work area. And I don't know, they'll be able to take care of it. So, nothing that we can really sell to this guy. Even if I build an apiary, you probably only have like 20 candles to sell, so... what is this guy's name? Plains Rider. Yeah, I guess this guy just sells like animal stuff. Mainly. So, yeah, nothing we're really interested in this fellow. I just realized I forgot to buy clay. But now that I see that we have clay, honestly, I might even like explore just here and see I mean, maybe if I put like a cart down or something, the cart would be able to go out and fetch stuff. Oh, the actual smokehouse is on fire. That makes sense. I'm surprised that hasn't caught fire before, honestly. Okay. Well, in that case, I think we just wait. I mean, like, I think we just wait on this. I think we just... I am curious to see within the course of a year how much they are able to actually pull out of the ground. We can talk to this guy. Yeah, one thing I would suggest, by the way, when you're trading, because they're only there for a certain number of days, I always keep the game on the max speed, because I just think it's too slow otherwise. But it can screw you up if you're, like, taking time to go through and all of a sudden, like, 20 days will go by. And you won't really be able to trade what you want. So I would suggest pausing the game. Yeah, this guy coming in with cheap grain. If I had my industry set up for grain, I would totally be buying that up. And he's selling much cheaper. How much was it before? I think it was 5, and it said that was doubly expensive. I guess 25% is considered, like, double expensive. Yeah, nothing to sell. I will need to build... let me check, actually. I'm going to build a cobbler. Are people... Yeah, they're, like, pissed off about not having shoes. Let me just do that, because I literally forgot, and that's something you can build, I think, even tier 1. This... No, I think it's this one. Yeah. So, easy to forget. And you get, with animal hides, you naturally... I mean, that's what they build out of, so... I only have 54, honestly, which isn't that much, but... I'm used to playing on the other map where you have, like, deer just everywhere, and you, A, want to hunt them for, you know, resources, but also get them away from your crops. One little hole in that fence, and they will eat your entire civilization into the ground. Yeah, so let's go with whatever we can afford here. Ain't much, but we only need 30. So, yeah, I don't think we'll be able to get to 30. Wait, why can't I translate that? These medicinal roots, those would be cool, but my people can tough it out. I don't really have money for an apothecary shop, because I think it costs money to run. Yeah, 25 is a bit much, I'm being honest. Healthcare is expensive, even in olden times. Nice, so we actually now have enough, so we save enough for enough gold, 150 for a school. Still won't be enough. I mean, even with building this, as you can see, which this early in the game, and maybe I'm just not playing as efficiently as I could, but this early in the game still like takes a while to grind out the ability to build a school. Especially if you don't have nearby clay deposits to pump out some pottery and sell. This actually would not be an issue. As you were selling pottery, it was like 10 to 12 gold. I mean, I would have been selling pottery like 3 years ago at least by now. So this wouldn't have been an issue with that, but in any event, you can see like it takes a little while just to build something like this, and this only puts up these houses to, you know, high 20s. You need 30, so like a few houses will be able to upgrade, but you need 30% to upgrade into homesteads, and you need 25 homesteads. Holy shiz. That's more than I remember, but yeah, you need 25. I don't even think I have 25 houses. 3, 6, 7, 8. 9, 10, 11, 12. Yeah, like I don't even have, I barely even have half that. So I am going to turn them away for the first time ever. because I looked at my food up here. I was not comfortable with that. So people, when they immigrate, they never really bring anything, I don't think. Maybe some of them bring like warm clothes that they're wearing or a tool or something like that, but they never bring food. So you can definitely get into some trouble that way. And incapacitated. Huh. Interesting. Let's check actually. Oh, 17. Wouldn't have been bad, I guess, to get some new people in. Like this, we're pretty much putting all our eggs in this one basket of selling gold ore. Cause like, what else are we gonna do? That clay is nice, but it's really far away. There's another. Oh, we're gonna make so much money on gold. I'm gonna need to build like. I devised sort of a defensive strategy against raiders with forts and stuff. So I tend to like to build walls. I think they look cool. I think there's ways to kind of like cheese the system where you don't actually need walls. You just build heavy defenses around markets, basically. And I think your storehouse where you or the vault will also attract raiders. But I think it seems to be mainly markets and foundries also, actually. I remember they would take my gold bars and iron from there. But in any event, I tend to like to build massive walls. It takes like 3 or 4 years in game. It takes a shit ton of wood and stone. But I mean, it's worth it because like armies basically just cost money. Even if you don't have the equipment, you can buy the equipment. So it would be honestly interesting to like build almost an outpost out here that is just like a fort, a mine, and like 4 foundries, and just like heavily fortify it and see, because yeah, I'm really curious like how much ore these things can put out. We have not even a fully functioning, I mean, in terms of 8 people working. We only had 4 for most of it. We're now 6, and they're putting out 26, 27. I think by the end of the year, they'll probably hit like 35, 40. And resource-wise, where's the foundry? This one? Yeah. Doesn't tell you. I don't remember what... I think it was like 5 gold ore for 20 gold bars. I think that's what the ratio is, but... So yeah, if you're producing like 100 ore, it's like 2,000 gold bars, I guess. I don't know. I am curious, like, the number of workers. It doesn't really say. I could look it up, but I prefer to, like, it's more fun to just sort of earn that tier 4, earn the ability to build it and discover it naturally. So that's what I'm going to do. Blizzard, huh? Okay. Well, we have a decent amount of firewood. Ish. Not that much, but probably harvest a few logs just in case. Our food is okay after our harvest, but yeah, glad we didn't accept this, people, because I think it would have put us closer to 6 months. Not to mention we would have to build a lot of housing. So the school, and then there'll need to be some gardens. How big is the school? So 4x3. So I think we do it that way so that we can fit a garden right there. And then probably end up having to put some gardens here. Kind of a bummer. There's like better spot. I could probably... Can I move that? So no, I can't move the cellar because it's a 2x3. Maybe like here then is the best. It's the most. Oh shit, I think a predator just killed somebody. Yeah, that bear just killed somebody. What a dick. Yeah, so I think that'll actually be the spot for it. So maybe we can actually, I don't know. put a few houses, but yeah, we're actually short on laborers, kind of. So I will actually put at least one house. We'll do 1, 2, 3, and then 4. So it's like this, I think. Yeah. And that's just like unflattened terrain. I don't know. Kind of a waste of space. Although, actually, I'm going to pause it real quick because I plan on moving these. I don't think it matters, actually. I'll wait for now. Not disrupt. Because when you move buildings that have like work areas, it resets the work area. So not that big a deal early game, but once you for me, I would end up having like 5, 6, 7, 8 hunter cabins. And as I expanded the city, I would need to like constantly push them out. And having to reset like 8, 10 different hunting cabins and smokehouses. It's just having to reset the work areas for all those hunting cabins got kind of annoying. So deal with that later. Yeah, I was gonna check. It's about 30. Yeah, it's close. About 30 in the year. And we are out of food, so hopefully they can hunt some stuff. Got our first trader already. They have some food. No. It's actually like pretty, other than like wheat, which you can get for 1 unit per, I don't think anything's really good. Oh, the butcher. Speaking of. Wow. Selling tallow for a bit more than I would like. But yeah, 3, like, you just can't feed people with this, really. In a pinch, if you have a lot of money in a big emergency, you can, but yeah, it'd be nice. So yeah, like, you can see you sell tools here, 1 for 37. You can churn out tools pretty quick. And that can be it. But yeah, he doesn't want any gold ore, sadly. But I might as well. I'm curious. If I set it to 500, it's going to keep bringing it. But... I wish I could sell pottery. Anything this guy? Some animal hide. Don't really care about any of that. Okay. Oh, village is being raided. Get in there quick. You ain't getting away, right? Surely somebody shoots an arrow at you. Okay, cool. That was all of them. But did they kill? Oh no, that's them dead already. Okay. I thought that was one of my guys who died. Oh, 3 got away. I hope they didn't actually get anything. I wasn't paying attention. Okay. Well, in any event, I mean, honestly, at this rate, if nobody's going to come by and get gold ore, we will just slowly slog our way into 150 gold for the school. But it's not really the way to go about it. Ooh, they got 6 gold ingots and 10 gold. Oh, crap. So I stored. That's stupid of me. Well, I guess that means I need to build a tower up here. I forgot the trading post attractive, which I can't afford. I can, I guess, in like 1 month. Bit of a bummer, but I kind of forget sometimes which buildings are the ones to go for. I guess, do I want it like that far out? I do kind of want it. You want it like, I mean, I guess put it there. The field of fire, like they can kind of, like they'll fire through buildings to some degree, like clip through stuff, but I do think having it on the higher ground is better. Could be wrong. Could be wrong. Didn't it say 39? Oh, they do 12-month rolling. I didn't realize that. Okay. That's actually something I didn't know. Okay. Like why isn't this guy at water? You're a crazy person. There's plenty of places for you to get water. In any event, we'll still be pretty far from 25. Like, even if it's 3, 6, 8, 9, 10. So even if all of these upgrade, we're still, like, only less than halfway there. Which is kind of disgusting. So, I think for the next vid, it's literally just decorating. We're going to be putting on our decorating hat and figuring out how to get desirability for 25 homesteads. So, yeah, thanks a lot. Thanks a lot if you made it all the way through the vid. Thanks for stopping by. Much appreciated. If you wouldn't mind, you've heard it a million times before, but if you wouldn't mind dropping a like, subscribing would also tell me what kind of content you're interested in. More than pretty much anything, I'd like to see any advice you have in the comments. I'm very, very new to streaming, to content creation, so any advice you have, any issues you have with the video, audio quality, you know, really anything in that sort. I'm probably making a number of rookie mistakes that I don't even know about, so appreciate any feedback you guys have, and I will see you in the next one. Thanks, guys.